Hello and welcome, this is Ruth and I want to show you two beautiful new die sets from TONIC Studios today. This one is called the Simplicity Strips Strawberries and Flowers die set, and this one is the Simplicity Strips Balloons and Stars. So each of them have 4 dies in the set, and I'll be making some things with them just now to show you how to use them. These are reduced sizes on the actual packaging of them, so you'll be able to see what they look like on the back there, but the dies are actually bigger than what it shows you here. They're actually almost 7 inches long. So here's the strip ones first, the balloons and stars, and here are the strawberries and flowers. Now I've already gone ahead and cut the strawberry one out because they all work on the same principle. You've got a die cut that comes right out of the page like this, so everything on this has outside cutting edges, and you'll be able to get a standalone die cut like this. But you also have this edge, and that fits nicely around that die cut and can be used to sort of shape the card edge or add an extra layer onto it. So I'm going to make some cards with these, but I actually think first of all I'll just have a quick look at the possibilities of these, because I think this one particularly could be done in a single colour and would look absolutely beautiful, possibly in gold or silver, or certainly some kind of mirror card. That would be beautiful, and I can see possibilities for a lot of paper piecing in this one as well, whereas on this one I would probably be more drawn to layering, so I'd probably cut an extra die cut out and snip some of these flowers off and layer them up on top of that. Whereas this one, I can just see that coloured with alcohol markers or pencils or something, just whatever kind of subtle effect or more bold effect of colours you would like in that, but that's going to be absolutely beautiful. So before I get into it, don't forget, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I would love you to do that and hit the notification bell, and you'll be able to keep up to date with lots of these videos as they come along. And also don't forget to leave me a little comment as well to let me know what you think of the videos. So the first card I'm going to make here is this is a Craft Perfect 5x7 bright white card, and I have taken this edging strip here and I'm going to make a little easel card. So I have folded this, scored this in half, so that's halfway across there, and then I have taken this, and you can see there it's just a little way inside from the edge of the card, and then I've taken the actual strawberry die cut and I've cut that out twice, and I'm going to colour this and pop that on there, and I really would like to leave a little bit of card as a little border along there. I hope you can see all of that. And I was going to leave this plain here, but what I think I'm going to do now is cut out a strip of card just slightly wider than that and have it sitting up on a little stopper for the easel. So instead of having just a flat edge on the little stopper part, I actually added the die along here as well, and then whenever I put that on here with the double-sided foam pads, it will sit up like that and hold this piece from falling down, and I think that looks really nice. I'm actually going to move that back slightly as well so that we can see all these little edges on it. As you can see then, I've decided to go ahead with alcohol markers in this one, and I've picked out fresh watermelon and strawberry jam, vine leaf and Persian lime, and I'm going to colour these in. That's it all nicely coloured, and on the little stopper part now, and I'm going to just set that on there, slightly back, as I said, from the bottom there, just to give a little sort of a double piece to it here. And then that will hold that in there. Now, I looked at this and I automatically thought I need to add some patterned paper to it, or I need to add something else, but actually it just looks so pretty with the lovely strawberries and things on there. The only thing that I think I may add, and I'm not even sure at the moment, would be some buttermilk crystal drops into the centres of those little flowers. But I'm going to go ahead and glue this on here. It's a really, really simple card. I've die cut the congratulations in the Venetian gold mirror card. That's a really, really beautiful new colour of mirror card. And I have backed it onto some white and then put that onto some chili red, and then I'm going to glue that sort of halfway over that fold, so that when the card is opened up, this sits up like this. I've taken the second die from this set, so this is the flowers die set, and I've gone ahead and I've already die cut some pieces with it and the outside edge of it. So I've got another 5x7 card, and I'm going to use this in the landscape orientation as well. Now I've taken some olive green and I have just die cut this edge along it there, and I've left a little bit at the top, so down from the side there is almost, it's about 3.5 centimeters to there, and then I have cut this so that it fits exactly on here. And I am actually going to put some of this beautiful washi tape from the Christmas Magic trend around the top of it once I find the end. And I'm going to I need to bring it down here just where I can see it a bit better, and pop that on there. The good thing about washi tape is if you don't get that exactly right the first time, it's repositionable, so you can take it off and do it again. So isn't that really lovely, that lovely little gold sparkly effect? And you can tuck the edges. You could actually just cut that off, but if you tuck the edges in, then you won't see any raw edges on it at all, and that's going to go up there. But I've taken the actual main die of this, which I would call this one, and I've cut that out twice. Now I've picked, to go with this olive green, I've picked some buttermilk and marigold cardstock, and first of all I'm going to lay this one on here like so, and I've just left myself enough room at the top for that little border, and then I'm going to slightly offset this one and glue it on top, and it just gives a lovely little drop shadow to that. So I'll do that with my little precision nozzle on my glue. I have also gone ahead and cut another little strip out, and then I've nipped these little individual flowers from this strip. That's what I've done there, and I'm just going to emboss those with an embossing tool to give them a little bit of dimension, and then I'm going to glue them in there. So I've followed the petals around here with my little scissors, and now I'm just going to glue them in. Now I've gone ahead and done exactly the same thing with another set here, so I have offset the marigold and the buttermilk yellow again, and I'm going to put that on there. I've added 3D foam pads onto this one, and then that one is going to go on the bottom. But I want to add some green to the leaves first, so I've picked out my Desert Sage alcohol marker, and I'm going to add that on before I glue this onto the card. So just where the leaves are here, I only want to add a little bit into the centre. I don't want to cover the whole leaf in it. use the same pen to go in and add a little bit of depth into the middle, and it's actually just a little hint of green. I don't want the whole thing green, but I thought it gave that a nice little lift. And now I'm going to add this onto the card, and then I'll add some crystal drops into the centre. I've taken the Enjoy Today sentiment, and I have to just remember to tell you that the one that I have actually die cut is a very, very old die. So this one has been relaunched and it's on the website at the moment, but the new one is actually slightly bigger than mine. Not an awful lot, but just slightly. A couple of millimeters, but I thought I should tell you that just so you know. Went to my favourite crystal drop again, which would be the buttermilk one, because it would go really, really beautifully with that, but I thought I wanted just to add a tiny hint of colour, so I've picked the Shimmering Rose, and these are metallic, and I'll just make sure I've got no air bubbles before I actually put it on the card, and I'm going to add these into the centres of the little flowers. Moved on to the second set now, and this is the Simplicity Strips Balloons and Stars die set, and I have cut out the stars one. So this time I've actually just cut out the main die part without this outside edge, and just wanted to show you that that's an option as well, because sometimes when you look at these you think you've got to use everything in them. And I've got a USA 6 card. This is a TONIC Craft Perfect one, and I've got some of the beautiful Venetian Gold card here, and I've put some Cosmic Vista card on top of that, and I've got double-sided sticky tape on the back, and I'm going to put that on there. Now that's my background, and then I've gone ahead and I have die cut the beautiful star strip from this beautiful gold card here. So this is the Venetian Gold, which is exactly the same as what I've got on the background mat there. Now I had actually intended, I possibly could show you it on the back of this, I had actually intended to put two die strips on and use a bigger card, and I thought if I cut one out and layered it this way and then put the other one with the narrow end at the bottom, see the way this is the opposite way around from this, that would be nice in stripes across the card. That's another way of using it. But on this one you'll get lots of little stars that come out there. Stars that come out. Anyway, so I have decided to glue this across, and again we're going in the landscape orientation. So I'm going to glue that across there, and then I've picked out this beautiful Birthday Wishes sentiment die from TONIC. Now again, I have to say that there's probably a slight difference in size between mine and the one that's on the website now, because it will only be millimeters, but this is one of the older dies, and I thought it just looked lovely with those little stars, and it matches that one really, really well. And that's the kind of thing that you're always going to be looking for on a card, or to put on a card. And then I've got all of these little extra stars that came out of the inside there, and I'll be able to use those and just glue them on around the card. That's a really, really quick and easy card, and you could use that in all sorts of colours. It's perfect for a man's card as well. And also, if you don't want to have the birthday wishes on there, you could put a Christmas sentiment or something on, and that would match really, really beautifully with that as well. Now, I have also I've got a card here that I have used some, and I wanted to show you this. This was for a recent launch with the shoes, and also, you know, just to show you that you don't have to use those stars on the same card as the strip. You could hold on to the stars that come out of the centre there and pop them onto another card, and they look great that way as well. And then on this one as well, I have actually just taken my little scissors and snipped around the edges here and given myself the shape of a star as well. So you'll be able to use all sorts of things from that. So I'm going to go ahead now and just glue this on. Now for the balloon card, I want to use both of the dies for it, so I've taken a 5x7 card, and as you can see what I did was I actually just set this die on here and reckoned that yes, I was going to have enough room to lay a die cut on there. So I've die cut one which I'm going to glue directly onto there, and then where that space was, then I took the edging die, and cut off the card just down here. But I want to leave a little border showing, so I've taken some chili red card and I'm just going to pop that in there, and I'll show you exactly how I work this out. I've put it right into the fold of the card there, and then I have just taped it onto the red card with a little bit of this border showing here, and I'm going to die cut that, and then I'll trim it here, and then I will glue it, and I'm only going to glue it on part here, or probably even with double-sided tape, and leave this kind of loosish but attached on here. That then is going to just fit in there, and it will leave just the tiniest little border to show that and show the edge, the beautiful shaped edge off. And I've put double-sided tape on there, and that will hold that nicely. And as I said, I could have glued it the whole way in, but I just thought that it would be nice to have that little bit of movement in it as well, so that it still opens there. And I don't know whether the light in the video has gone bad or not, but outside I've got all my lighting on here, but outside has gone almost pitch black, and it does feel like it's just about to thunder, so I may have to leave this and come back to it again. But anyhow, this is going to go on here, and my second one then is going to go on there, and I'm just going to figure out now which way I'm going to colour this, because I've got so many ideas in my head. I'm not sure whether to just glue it on and go from there. I thought it would look really nice if I paper paste some of the balloons back in here. So I have die cut this again in red, and as you can see I have taken off the outer piece that I don't need this time, and I'm just going to do this in red into some of these places here, and then I'll probably come back with a different colour, maybe yellow or something, to keep it really nice and bright, and fill this in. I actually stopped videoing there because I was expecting to hear a massive clap of thunder, and it didn't happen, but I went ahead and did some more die cutting anyhow, and as you can see I have actually gone ahead and filled all of these in, and I've snipped off all the little solid pieces as well, all except this one, because I want to show you how I did it. But it's really just a matter of die cutting the pieces that you need in the colours you need, and then you can follow the curve of the balloon around like that, and then just snip it out and paper piece that on. So all you have to do then is put some glue onto the back and add it straight on there. Now that is clementine orange, buttermilk yellow, and chili red. I've got I don't know what colour is this, white cotton pencil, and this is from the Brilliantly Vibrant Classic pencil set, and all I'm going to do is add just a little line there to make that look shiny. Now actually in a minute or two I think I'm going to add some crystal glaze, so that might actually not matter at all, but I wanted to show that this could be used without adding crystal glaze onto it, so I just want to show you what that's like, because that gives that little shine effect. I don't think it will show on the yellow, so there's really no point in doing it on that one, but there it is there. See, it doesn't actually show up on the yellow, but anyhow. So if you wanted to leave it like that, hopefully you can see there, that gives it that kind of faux shiny effect, if you like. But I think I'd really like to add some crystal glaze. I've kind of stopped using this for a little while because I thought it was out of stock on the website, but it's showing up as back in stock again, so I'm not going to add it to them all, but just to some of these. This is a lot thinner than the Morning Dew crystal drops, so you just need to add a drop and then move it about. I'm not actually squeezing any more out of that. What I'm doing is moving it about with the nozzle, and then if I find I come to an area where I need a wee drop more, I'll just squeeze a little drop out. But I actually don't want that to be too thick. It's really just to give the shine. The crystal glaze actually looked so lovely on that I decided to go ahead with it on. I'm actually going to put it on all of them, but where these ones would sort of bump up against each other, I'm going to wait until it dries in these areas, and then I'll add it on to the next parts. But while that's drying, then I can go ahead and glue some strips on, because I've taken some strips of the exact same colour of card, and I'm going to go from yellow, orange and then red and glue these down at the side. And these are just over 1 centimetre wide, I think. I actually forgot to measure them, so I'll just do that now. These are 1.5 centimetres wide. I've taken a Celebrate die, and again this comes with the same little addition that the one on the website now might be slightly different by just a couple of millimeters in size from the one I've got, because mine is older. So I've taken this die, and then as you can see here, I've actually taken off these swirly bits. So I have given myself this shape, and I've backed that onto some white card and then on red, and whenever all of this dries, I'm going to put it at sort of that angle on 3D foam pads. And I need to leave this aside now, because if I start working at that and doing anything more to it, I'm definitely going to smudge that, and I want to leave it to dry and then come back and do these pieces and add this on. There we are, that's that one finished, and the crystal glaze is still a little bit milky on it because, well, I just couldn't wait to go ahead with it. It's not a great idea because you've got to be so careful in case you touch it, but I've got lots and lots of projects on my desk that I need to carry on with, but I don't like actually moving on to another one until I finish the one I'm at, so that I can tidy the whole desk up, put everything back where it belongs and start again. Otherwise I'd never be able to find anything. So anyhow, there we are, that's it. And this little bit is still loose, and this sits over the top, but that's on 3D foam pads, and that's lovely and shiny and really colourful. Just set it there very carefully, and we'll go back to the first one again because I just want to show you through the 4 of them before I finish. So there's my little easel card with the beautiful coloured strawberries on it, and then I have this one which I'm actually liking more and more as I look at it. First of all, I wasn't too sure if I liked this in the centre, because normally I would have something behind that, but it's actually really pretty, and this gold is just a really lovely touch to it. Now there's a real big depth in between the flowers, in between there, you know, where the hole is in the centre. So when this dries, I might be adding some more crystal drops to that, because if they were flat on a card, they would sit up domed, but as you can see here, but these ones are deeper, so I need to actually add a little bit extra in on that, and I don't want to do that and have 2 or 3 different cards that all need little bits finished and I'm scared to touch them, so that's why that one's just left like that. But when you see it in the photos at the end of the video, that will be finished. And then there's this one, beautiful shiny birthday wishes. So I actually have a little piece here. I'm not sure if I mentioned this at the start, but all of these are perfectly snippable, so you can cut these out. You don't have to leave them the full length. Any of them can be cut off and made shorter. You can even add them, elongate them and make them longer if you so wish. I can't think why you'd want to do that, although maybe on a scrapbook page or something. But there you are. I've gone ahead and snipped the strawberries, and I've coloured those with pencils, and then I've added some crystal glaze on top of that as well for a really lovely finish. But I haven't used those in anything yet, but I'll not waste those. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed that. I certainly have, because it's 4 different die sets, and obviously there are so many things you can do with each one of them on their own, and then the 4 of them just show you different ways of using those borders and the actual strip itself. So thanks very, very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed it, and I hope if you have got the dies that you'll try some of those ideas and maybe let me know some ideas that you've thought up for yourselves. So once again, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I'd love you to do that and hit the notification bell and keep up to date with all the videos. Don't forget, if you have enjoyed it too, to give me a little thumbs up and leave me a little comment and let me know what you like and what you might do with this set as well. And all my links to the products will be down below in the description. They're affiliate links, so I'll get a little commission from that, but it won't cost you anything else, anything extra. And I really appreciate everybody who uses those. So in the meantime, thank you very, very much. Happy crafting, and I hope to see you again very, very soon. Thanks so much. Bye bye.